Our client is Gecko Homes, part of the Southway Housing Trust. They provide affordable home ownership across the Northwest, predominantly through shared ownership. Our brief was a complete rebrand for Gecko, to reposition them to become the go-to aspirational brand for shared ownership homes across Manchester and the Northwest, to create a visual identity, tone of voice and brand personality that equip them to influence and reform across all channels.
It was important that we joined up all the dots. Clearly a brand affects so many areas of what an organisation does or can do. So it's not just about a logo. We set out to educate the Gecko team, looking at the bigger picture strategically. So everything that we did at the planning stages ultimately went on to deliver further down the line. Otherwise, the investment in a rebrand is just cosmetic and subjective. We completely changed their values, their proposition, and the way that they communicated.
A brand isn't just about a logo. It's about building something that's completely right for the audiences in which it's trying to attract. And the work we've done alongside all of the values and everything like that, and all of the marketing campaign work and advertising that we've done, has been brilliant. Of course it has. It's delivered results, 100% sold off plan, over 11,500 leads. But for me, it's about creating those lasting impacts in the community. Because ultimately, property developers and companies that sell homes can say that they build for communities and create thriving communities, but then don't act on it. And I think it's really important that you immerse yourself into those communities, get involved on the ground level. We've partnered with the Chorlton Arts Festival, which had over 17,000 people turn up to it this year. We've done that for 2 years consecutively, and the power that that's had in that community and changing the perception of Gecko and the wider company that Gecko are part of has been paramount to their success. We've completely changed that perception in what was quite a problematic community, quite a problematic area because of new build developments and probably not wanting those. We've also immersed ourselves and got involved with the biggest grassroots football club in that community too. And not only have we just put the logos on the back of the jackets, but we've supported them elevating their football club through social media. We took that one step further and aligned the two. We brought the Chorlton Arts Festival and the football club together to create a weekend of football as a performing art, where 100 children from the football club came and experienced a world-renowned global freestyle footballer. And off the back of it, everybody got involved. Everyone from the arts festival, to the local community, to the footballers, to people at Gecko and Southway too. So for me, it's about building those lasting connections, creating communities and acting on that. And I think through the work we've done that incredibly well. Not only have we worked in Chorlton, but we've also been a huge part of Urmston as well. And they have something called the Love Urmston Partnership, which is a group of volunteers, all designed to bring people together in Urmston. And that work there, we were the food festival sponsors this year. And as Matty White said, if it wasn't for us and if it wasn't for Gecko, things like this just wouldn't happen. And it's super powerful in terms of bringing people together. So yeah, I'm immensely proud of it. I'm immensely proud of the team that have pulled together to produce what they've produced over the last 12 months, and immensely proud of those results too. Shared ownership as a product has been around for about 40 years and is still relatively unknown. It's a great way for people to get onto the property ladder who probably can't afford to do it on the open market. And in the UK these days, as we all know, how difficult it is for people like you and me to actually get a foot onto that property ladder, and it's a great way for people to do it. The work we've done, not only through Gecko, but with Share to Buy and the Manchester Home Show, the first one of its kind this year, attracting over 1,000 attendees into Manchester city centre, and being a key part of that, from things such as working closely with the Manc, through to local PR, through to national PR, and everything in between from a digital perspective. Raise the profile and allow people to come and find out about the products. And ultimately, that's why 100% of homes have sold off plan. We've changed that perception. We've got the Google ratings right up. People are proud to call one of their Gecko homes a home. And you know, it's only until you hear those testimonials and see them and receive the emails back do you realise the impact of your marketing and ultimately the benefit it's brought to people's lives. It gives them that security, it gives them a place to call home, and it's theirs. They own it, and they're one step further on that property ladder than what they would have been before, and they're certainly not wasting money privately renting. And yeah, there's a huge sense of kind of social value in that too. It's been incredibly powerful, and we've elevated them to a level where people within the sector now and across the sector nationwide now start to know who they are and understand who they are. And it's only when you go to conferences and things like that you know, someone from the development team's like, oh, you work for Gecko Homes, and you know you've made an impact and you know you've made a difference. And yeah, seeing those success stories and hearing how much of an impact that's had on somebody's life, yeah, super powerful, super proud of it.